There are essentially few, if any, barriers to a company adopting AI technologies. And I think what we'll see is an increasing disparity in terms of performance of those that adopt AI with great skill versus those that do a much more superficial job.
I'm Steve Hasker, CEO of Thomson Reuters.
Each profession's very different in terms of the potential impact of AI. For lawyers, it's been a work-life balance challenge. The lawyer who's using co-counsel to perform drafting, preparation of timelines, analysis of documents, and so forth, they're saving about 4 hours a week. And we think that a couple of years from now, that'll be 12 hours a week. And that's per lawyer. You play that out across the industry, it's a very, very significant improvement in efficiency for an industry that has been deprived of work-life balance now for arguably generations. For tax and accounting and audit professionals, it's a very different problem to solve, and that is of a talent shortage. The demand for the work has gone up, but the supply of talent, ready, willing, and able to perform that work, has dropped precipitously. So the technology needs to step in and fix that problem. And I think when you go to risk, fraud, and compliance, and when you go to law enforcement, the bad actors will have access to some of the same AI-driven technologies that the good guys will. And so essentially there's a real need to stay ahead and ensuring that companies and societies are protected. In a lot of ways, this AI-driven boom or revolution will be inclusive. What I mean by that is you have the hyperscalers that are spending $50, $60, $70 billion a year on CapEx, just unprecedented numbers. And then you have companies like ours that are developing the tools and spending hundreds of millions of dollars. I think we'll see those tools available on a SaaS-based pricing model. That will make them very accessible for businesses of all kinds. One of the first questions you should ask is, which of those tools will enable me to scale the business much faster? AI is certainly going to change the ways in which most of us spend our days and the kinds of work products that we're asked to produce. I think both the incoming classes of graduates and also the leadership of corporations will need to adapt. I think it's going to put much more impetus on judgment, on creativity, on our networks, and on our communication skills than on our sort of analytical thinking. I think the days of the sort of autocratic leader or leadership group have gone. The pace of change means that we all as leaders need to do more listening than talking. We need to be very good at incorporating new pieces of information into our decision making and then enable means of communication and collaboration to ensure that we bring the organization along with us. And with that comes a level of adaptability that we perhaps haven't had to have before.